Good day everyone, we are the Group 5 and today we are honored to present you a topic that plays an important role in nurturing the health and well-being of mothers and children. On Republic Act 7600, or also known as the Rooming In and Breastfeeding Act of 1992. In this presentation, we will explore the historical background, the key provisions, real-world impact, and the ongoing challenges in its implementation. Most importantly, we will highlight how this law continues to support the band, the band between mother and child, contributing to broader health and development goals.
RA 7600 was signed into law in 1992 by President Corazon Aquino. At the time, the Philippines was facing high infant mortality and low breastfeeding rates. This law responded to those issues by prioritizing maternal and child health. It was also aligned with global health initiatives by organizations like the World Health Organization and UNICEF, both of which strongly advocate for early breastfeedings as essential for newborn survival. Also, the RA 7600, also known as the Milk Code, was enacted in the Philippines in 1992 under President Corazon Aquino. This law was a response to several pressing health issues at the time, including a high infant mortality rate and inadequate breastfeeding support. The law aimed to address these concerns by promoting breastfeeding and maternal-child bonding. High infant mortality. The Philippines face a significant problem with infant mortality, indicating a lack of proper nutrition and health care for newborns. Second, poor breastfeeding support. There was a lack of support for breastfeeding practices in healthcare settings, leading to decline in breastfeeding rates. Third, lastly, global efforts. The World Health Organization and UNICEF were actively promoting breastfeeding worldwide, highlighting its benefits for mothers and infants. The main goal of RA 7600 is to promote the practice of rooming in, which allows mothers and their newborns to stay in the same room immediately after birth. This setup encourages natural breastfeeding and strengthens the emotional and physical bond between mother and child. It also helps in early detection of any infant needs and reduces the chances of hospital-acquired infections. The primary purpose of RA 7600 was to promote breastfeedings and strengthen the bond between mothers and their infants. The law aimed to achieve this by mandatory rooming in, breastfeeding encouragement, lactation training. Mandatory rooming in. The law made it mandatory for all health facilities to implement rooming in practices, allowing mothers and infants to stay together. Breastfeed encouragement. The law encouraged and supported breastfeeding, recognizing its numerous health benefits for infants. Lactation training. The law mandated lactation training for hospital staff to ensure they could provide proper guidance and support to breastfeeding mothers.
On this slide, RE 7600 has several important features that aims to protect and promote the health of both mothers and their babies. One of the main features is the mandatory rooming in all health facilities. This means that after childbirth, the newborn is placed in the same room as the mother instead of being separated in a nursery, which is this is mostly happened in the Philippines, and by this setup it helps to strengthen the bond between mother and child and supports early initiation of breastfeeding, which is very important for a baby's health. Another feature is that breastfeeding is highly encouraged and supported. The law promotes breastfeeding as the best source of nutrition for infants. It provides natural antibodies and helps to protect babies from infections and diseases. And lastly, and the law includes lactation training for hospital staff. This ensures that nurses, midwives, and doctors are equipped with the right knowledge and skills to guide mothers in how to breastfeed properly. With, with proper support, mothers feel more confident and more likely to continue breastfeeding. So, in this slide, to make sure these features are properly applied, which is the RA 7600, it includes clear implementation measures. And first, it is a legal requirement for both public and private hospitals to follow the rules set by the law. This means that all hospitals and health facilities are obligated to practice rooming in and promote breastfeeding. And there are also penalties for non-compliance. If hospitals do not follow the law, they may face legal consequences or fines. This is to ensure that the law is taken seriously and properly enforced. Another important measures is the connection with prenatal and postnatal programs. This means that the mother receives breastfeeding education and support even before they give birth and continue to receive it after delivery. And these programs provide counseling, information, and assistance to help mothers and make informed decisions and feel supported through the breastfeeding journey.
Impact and application benefits for mothers and children. Increased breastfeeding rates, early skin-to-skin contact and rooming in significantly improve exclusive breastfeeding rates. Babies breastfed in the first hour of life are more likely to continue breastfeeding longer. More breastfeeding is equal to better nutrition and protection for infants. Second is better maternal mental health. Continuous mother-infant bonding reduces postpartum depression and anxiety. Boost a mother's confidence and satisfaction with childbirth and parenting experience. The third is reduced infant illness and infection. Breast milk provides antibodies and immunity against infection.
Challenges and call to action. Issues in implementation. Rural hospitals lacking resources, limited staff training and public awareness, cultural misconceptions on breastfeeding. Relevance and conclusion. Linking RA 7600 to the Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs. SDG 3, Good Health and Well-Being. SDG 2, Zero Hunger. SDG 5, Gender Equality. Call to action, education, support programs, and advocacy.